Hey my people, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've posted. Honestly, work has been hectic and YouTube don't pay the bills. My primary job does, so unfortunately I've not been able to post as often as I would want to, and I think this is going to be the case for quite some time because even my weekends are taken up. But anyways, let's get into the meat of the matter. The process to apply for Phoenix Park 2 started, 2 years ago, I would say, just getting on the list. Right around, I can't remember if it's November or October, around that time last year, Gore made contact with their prospective applicants, and we got information around start putting documents together, start seeking pre-approval from your bank and financial institutions. So my husband and I were definitely looking to this particular development as securing an investment property. So we're very diligent, putting everything together, proof of deposit and all these different things. We get a notice that says January 7th, everything going to kick off. So you guys would have seen me doing a video before of the open house and just showing you guys how inside of the property look and all of that. January 7th comes around, and the application process is supposed to be online. So you're supposed to go onto their website. They're giving you a link, and when you get onto the website, you're supposed to start creating your account, walk through the process of selecting which phase you want and all these different wonderful stuff, uploading the documentation and so on. People, January 7th was a Saturday. We were supposed to log on at 9 o'clock. I was sitting patiently in front of my computer from 10 minutes to 9. At 9 o'clock, when I started refreshing the page for the option to come up to apply for the house, message, bad gateway, that's it, non-stop, refresh, bad gateway. In essence, the website crashed. Now, Gore never prepared itself for this type of traffic, which I thought they would have learned from selling Phoenix Park and when it went online, because I knew people who went online to buy like a phase 3, 4 in Phoenix Park, and I said go on, and crash. So the system never worked at all. There were times I went on and yes, I created the account, and by the time I should move to the next step, upload the document, crash again. It was so frustrating. It was like 40 minutes doing this refresh over and over, crashing, going back on. I know a number of persons that were applying to experiencing the same thing. And that's when Gore sends out communication to say, okay, our system is overwhelmed. We have gotten more hits to the site than we expected. I'm paraphrasing anyway. So we are going to change the application to an email process come Monday at 9 a.m. Right? That's the 9th. So if you even got your application to go through on the system on that day, which I doubt, I only know one person whose application was able to go through. They said we're going to completely disregard that, and come Monday we start fresh. Now this is one recommendation to Gore, as somebody that is in IT. It was well known that you have an oversubscribed list, right? Which means you have more than enough people that are already on the list that want one of these houses. You are only selling about 500 and something to combine phase 1 and phase 2. You have about 6,000 applicants on the list. Plus, not to mention that people share the link with their friends who, even though the company say if you're not on the list, it don't make no sense to apply, people still share and reshare. I hear people say up to probably over 20,000 people probably applied for 500 houses. So you kind of anticipate just by having 6,000 that it would crash. I actually expected it to crash. So my recommendation to you, Gore, the next time you're doing something of this nature, if it's 6,000 people on the list, send the 6,000 people the link to actually create their account before the day. And then on the day, you open up the features so that they can walk through the process. If you do that upfront, then you don't have to worry about people who were never on the list applying in the first place. That's all I'm saying. Allow people to create their account. That will solve a great deal of problem for you. Now, Monday came. Now, because me not tech, I programmed my email response to go out. Told quite a bit of people, programming your email response to go. Schedule it so it will go out automatically. So by 9 o'clock, so I uploaded everything, all the documentation over the weekend. So when Monday morning come, I literally just sat in front of the computer and watched the email be sent off exactly 9 o'clock. Alright, so Gore said they would get back to the applicants 2 weeks afterward. It took longer than that. I think it took probably three weeks to get back to persons. That was last week, Friday. People who I know applied or reaching out to me and like, hope all you hear anything. I just got an email. I didn't get through. So I literally only knew one person who got through. Everybody else did not get through, and I did not get an email. So I'm there refreshing my mailbox saying, no man, something must happen. I'm refresh. Come Monday now, I reach out to them and say, hey, I haven't heard from you. I don't know if you sent me communication and I didn't get it. I don't know if it's yea or nay. And I reached out to, when they said they would reach back out to me, left my information. Somebody called me later. She said, oh, I'm sorry to tell you didn't get through. I said, why didn't I get through? Because I know I literally scheduled this thing to kick off exactly at 9 o'clock. She said, oh, at last minute we decided that we are not going to be selling to anyone who we have sold before. Oh wow, so alright, that's a rule, but Gore, why didn't you say that from upfront? Because I know I'm not the only person who have bought a grows before that was on the list. There are other persons that were on the list, and you could have literally saved people the waste of time and energy to put all of that together just to be told you would have never been considered in the first place. And I found it strange because I know people in this very scheme that own 2 and 3 of these houses, so that was never their principle before. But we have to understand that a lot of people were calling and people couldn't go up there and cry, and I said, boy, they really need a house. And I guess they're trying to accommodate first-time owners as much as possible, and so they made that decision on the fly. That's my interpretation of what was said. But where it kind of gets, it follows things that I'm hearing. And some of the things I'm hearing, I won't repeat here because you probably heard them too, but it is suggesting that even if you were not owner or purchaser of a board property before, even if your email didn't reach on time, it probably would have never happened for you. Right? So when you can pick sense out of nonsense with that. I've heard of somebody who has gotten 3 of the houses in this very same batch. So somebody has openly admitted that they have gotten 3 houses from the batch, and yeah, I leave it there. So some encouragement though, people. If you apply and you don't get through, don't feel away. It's like, that's like 95% or more of the persons who applied. We didn't know that everybody can get through because the ratio of applicants to houses were just ridiculous. It was just not gonna happen. But just go and hold the faith. You know, there are other developments coming in Portmore. There are other developments, you know, all over the place. Just continue your search, keep positive. It's not over. And if you find that getting the scheme and getting into the scheme is too difficult, then by all means buy land and build a dream home. It is possible to build your dream home, own a dream home in a different way other than buying into a scheme. My dream of certainly owning additional investment properties is not over. So this is just how I see this appointment. This is feedback. This is God giving me feedback, and He's like, yeah, probably this is really not for you. There's some other opportunity to come, and just be patient. So I encourage all of you to be patient. It never work out. I'm sorry for you say it never work out. I know you feel disappointed, but also for those persons who got turned down and they say, well, you know, you just never make the cut because you think came in too late. They're encouraging persons to reapply. So reapply, you might never know. You might get it in the next batch. I know for me, there's no reapplication because they have said what they said. They're not, if you have gotten a property from them before, it's a hell no. Anyway guys, I just want to thank all 820 something of you for subscribing to my channel. I definitely have some updates to come, and as I said before, we're kind of rough now, so I haven't been able to push out content as often as I would love to, but bear with me on this journey. But also I want to give you a big thank you because I've hit over 4,000 watch hours, which is one of the crucial requirements for being a part of the partner program. So right now I need like 170 something subscribers, and I will, you know, be eligible. So yeah, thanks for your support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, may I wait on, you know, this channel is about upliftment, it is about encouragement. So until next time, people, take care of each other, take care of yourself. Bye bye.